So guess what? I was about to edit a video for y'all, and something was like, this would be the perfect time to start your season 3 vlog, your continuation vlogs. And guess what? I was gonna wait and start them back up for the fall, but we finna go ahead and do season 3. Yes, we are. So this is actually gonna be season 3, episode 1 of my continuation vlogs. Now, if y'all watch the channel and y'all watch the season 2 or whatnot, this was like I say, this was supposed to be a regular video, and I was just going to, you know, edit or whatnot. So I am including this in the beginning, okay, before I edit, to let you know that we are on season 3. Hope y'all enjoy. This is my continuation vlog.
She brings the calm just like a quiet prayer fills the room. Kisses like Sunday, fights like Friday night. And I'd go to hell and back just to hold her tight. She slips right through my hands. It shows up like nothing's changed. Yeah, she's a wild.
Hey honey buns, so look, I am going to do it. This is like, you can see the Norris pasta stuff. Got oatmeal, cereals, a lot of that pasta, well, all that pasta, cereals. The bag's already tagged. We're getting ready to take it to the soup kitchen. I am donating all this to the soup kitchen. Hey y'all, and here is why. So I had my follow-up appointment with my doctor, and it was really to go over the labs. But we realized we didn't even need to do that because she had already kept me, you know, up to date. Every time labs came in, she contacted me, let me know everything was good. I've already told y'all that, but I went on and kept my appointment with her because I had a question, and I wanted to talk to her and show her my celiac labs to see if she got those, which I figured she didn't because she would have contacted me. So I kept the appointment just for that. So I went to go see her or whatnot. I wanted to ask her about magnesium because Kylie labs was all good with her doctor, but she did say that she can have magnesium even though the magnesium levels was good, because there is like 300 cells in the body that uses magnesium. And y'all know I have been telling you that we have been dealing with these like muscle jots or jumping muscle something going on. So I wanted to ask my doctor to see if she thought the same. So that's what I wanted to ask her, and she was like, yo, that's fine. She has 400 milligram of magnesium at home. Even though my labs was good for magnesium, she said that that's fine to have at night. And so I was like, well, you know, here, did you get my celiac results? She looked, I was like, yeah, the hematology for iron, when I got my iron infusion, went on and ran a celiac disease panel on me. She didn't know. So I pulled it up and I showed her my results, and I said, now I got to go to gastro. And she was like, you're not having no other issues, you're not, you know, with your stool or anything like that. She was like, I don't think you need to even put yourself through that. I said, could they want to do a colonoscopy and an endoscope? And she was like, this right here is good enough for me. She was talking about for her. She was like, since they ran these labs, she said, this is good enough for me. She said a positive celiac blood work indicates that you need to be off gluten. And she said, if they only trying to do a biopsy to see if it's celiac disease, she was like, at the end of the day, whether you're gluten sensitive or you have celiac disease, the remedy for that is to get off gluten. She was like, so you can keep the appointment if you want. She was like, or you could just go to the consultation. But she said that, you know, she didn't feel like I needed to get that done, okay? The main thing was to get off gluten, and we had already talked about getting off gluten and dairy as well. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, well, thank you for that, because that helps me out a lot, you know, that helps me out a lot. So yeah, but everything was good. Blood pressure good. Even though I don't have issues with my blood pressure, I still try to keep it good with like what I'm eating and monitoring. Even though I've been off the bandwagon, and also I never got anything for cholesterol. That's because she put in so much other stuff to check me for. She forgot, or whatever the case may be, to do the cholesterol. So she was just like, when you come back for your yearly physical in a couple of months or whatnot, we'll just do it then. It'll be a year out, And I'm like, good, because I need time to work on my cholesterol, because your girl been eating kind of crazy, even though I shouldn't have. But that was being so busy and having to pick up stuff and all that. But everything was good. I'm still going to do rheumatology just for that little 1 point over. You can Google rheumatoid arthritis RA factor 7, and it's gonna say it's in the normal range. But these labs be doing some crazy stuff. So I was 1 point over, so because it flagged it for 1 point over, she's sending me. But I think rheumatology gonna rule that out. Like, girl, get up out of here, ain't nothing wrong with you. So yeah, so let me see, and what else? Oh, also too, hormonal stuff. I wanted to talk to her about, and she was like, "Oh, I ain't worried about that." Oh, and by the way, if you want to do a mammogram, I can go ahead and let you do the mammogram. She said, but I already got you scheduled for after your birthday. What? Like, my doctor be on it, and that's February of next year. So she said, yeah, after your birthday, I already got you. You're going to go ahead and get your first mammogram. In case something come up before then we'll do one then. She had already, because I had told the nurse that what I had to talk to her about. And then after she came in, she was like, girl, I ain't worried about that. She was like, it wasn't nothing but like, I'm heavy chested. So like if I do my arm like this, I saw like a little crease, and if I put it down, I saw like if I put it up, it'll go away. If I put it down, and so she was like, I'm not worried about that. She was like, you're top heavy, so yeah. She's like, and by the way, I'm gonna get you for after your birthday anyway, and if something happened before then we'll go ahead and do it. She's like, but you storing your mammograms anyway next year after your birthday in February, a couple months. So I was like, okay. So yeah, she be honest. So ladies, I tell you, anything can happen. Make sure you take the time out, because we be so busy. Make sure you take the time out, talk to your doctor, and pay attention to your body. That's what I'm doing, and thank God everything is good. So she told me, yeah, even though my magnesium was good, I can go ahead and get like Kylie gonna be doing the 200 milligrams, so I'm just gonna do the 200 too. So I gotta pick up some gummies or whatnot. But yeah, so that's the only reason why I kept my appointment. But I'm glad, because I did show her the celiac thing too, and she told me, she's like, unless I'm having some issues, if that's the only thing they checking for, which it is, to see if it's celiac disease issue, like the outcome is gonna be the same. You got to get off gluten. So what we're doing is, I say all that to say we are getting rid of a lot of all that pasta, because when I buy pasta now, it's gonna be gluten free. So I'm gonna show y'all in a minute what it looks like back there, because we did leave some stuff that is not gluten-free for the kids for a run day or whatnot, but we tried to clear up some stuff and get rid of some stuff that's processed sugar, like some of them cereals and stuff. We left some because I don't want them to have to be gluten-free if they don't have to be. So, but enough to where when I cook for everybody, it will be a gluten-free, dairy-free meal. So yeah, but on the side, if it's a day and they need to get some noodles or something, they can get that. Now, if one of their celiac tests come back saying that they are positive for gluten sensitivity or celiac, then that person will go ahead and get off. But when I stock up now, everything will be gluten and dairy free. We just left some things, so we about to head out here in a little bit and take that stuff to the soup kitchen. I already called them. Today is July 22nd, 2026, okay? And it's a little bit after 4 o'clock. They closes, but I called the lady and she said she gonna be there later. So she said just go ahead and bring the stuff. So without throwing it out, I'm just gonna go and give it to them. And that takes out, because when I cook, like I say, everything needs to be gluten and dairy free. Now when it comes to the dairy, I'm choosing to do a little thing. Like when you get like that hot chocolate, like I love the Swiss Miss. Been drinking that for years, but it's milk chocolate. It has powdered milk in it. And I noticed that do not agree with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm keeping like the canned milk, because you may have to cook with that in an emergency, or I can barter that or something, you know. But I'm thinking the dairy will be fine if it's cooked into something, rather than you just having it like more. The purest it is, then the more. So I'm keeping the canned milk and the powder milk that may get used for cooking, like for emergency. Excuse me, y'all. Yogurts and things like that is kind of pure dairy, okay? So I'm doing substitute for those. But if I find something, gluten is the main thing. If I find something that's gluten-free and it may have a little dairy in it, but I can tell that it's good, I'll probably get that and, you know, I'll eat that. But for as having straight up milk, straight up cheeses, straight up yogurts and cottage cheese and stuff like that, where it's pretty much milk based, it is out the window. It is out the door, okay? But the gluten is really out the door for me. So we got rid of a lot of things that that I would be like cooking with, and to keep from having to cook for everybody like different meals and stuff, I'm just gonna do all gluten free. Because one thing about it, you can, if you got like gluten-free based meal, you can always add gluten to it if you want something, you know, different to it, something with gluten or something. So like all the flour and cornmeal and stuff like that, we are donating it, because I mean I need gluten-free.
I feel good, like I'm walking on sunshine, and there's nothing that can bring me down. Real good, like joy came in the morning, and the birds are singing sweeter sounds. The sun set me free if I just believe I am. Vision is key, so if
Hello. All right. Oh, we're gonna set it right there on the table. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I shouldn't eat it.
But we're all together. All of us are together.
Okay, got you. There it go, y'all. So y'all, I asked them, I didn't want to film them, but they told me it's fine. So this is everything that we are donating to the outreach program. So if y'all in the area, even if you're in other places and you got extra food and stuff, it can help somebody. So just make sure y'all reach out to your community outreach program in your area, and let's feed people if we got food, because stuff is too high, y'all already know that. For those of you that's in the area, this is the name of it. If you're in the Jacksonville, North Carolina area, Helping Hands of Onslow County, this is where you go and drop off your food, clothes, and everything. They say they take everything and they give and help people. Alright y'all, so we just dropped that stuff off. They were so nice. They were so nice. They do prefer things with pop tops, but you can bring everything. It's just that when homeless people come and get stuff, they don't have a home, so it's easy to open that stuff, like just pull the top and it opens. But they do accept the other stuff, because it's a lot of people that have homes just on hard times, they said, and they just need food. Okay, so you can bring all, but if you got stuff to give and it's got a pop top, that is great. That is even better. All right, so we just dropped that stuff off. They were so welcoming, they were so warm, and it's good people. It's still good people, you know, that's out there, even though it seemed like everything is about what, race and stuff, everybody making, and no, it's good people of all races that's out there, still out there. They was so welcoming, you know, not just because we was delivering stuff, because we got on a conversation I'm not gonna talk about, but yeah, it's hard on everybody. So if you got some stuff, go ahead and deliver it. We have done this a couple times some years ago or whatnot, but it was to a different area that was here, so we never had been to that area. I think they just moved or whatnot, or either they just, it's just because she said, I guess they was all, I don't know if they all family or something, but she said they all together and they just give. So they have a little thing to give, rather than, I think the other place we did was Salvation Army, and this is different. Okay, yeah, a couple years ago we donated a lot of stuff to Salvation Army. This is Helping Hands outreach. Okay, so in your area you may have a community outreach that you can donate to. So this ain't nothing new that we done. I just have this stuff, but like I say, we have done this before. I have taken vegetables from the garden a couple years ago, boxes of it. Some of y'all remember it. I never film people because that's disrespectful, especially if it's people there that's on hard times. Some people don't want to be on camera, but they told me I could film them if I wanted to. They told me it was a-okay, and I like to be respectful and let people know what I'm doing when they see a camera up and you talking or whatnot. So yeah, but they was all for it. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I see you at home to show y'all what's going on with the stuff that we do have left, and I will be taking some more stuff there once I build up the gluten-free stuff for it, because we never know if something may happen. I may need it, but once I get a lot of the gluten-free condensed soups and stuff, then I will package up the other stuff that's not, and I will be taking that to them too if it's God's will. All right, honey buns, so this is what it's looking like. So all that pasta is gone. So we made the top shelf right here as well. When I walk in, it's my gluten-free stuff. Okay, so even when I get ready to bake or something or make or something, I know how much gluten-free pasta and stuff I got. Down here is rice and Gatorades and stuff, and also I need to put this up here because these are gluten-free. Okay, they're gluten-free, and that way I will know when I get ready to do like pizza. Like if I make homemade pizza or something, it'll be with a gluten-free crust. Okay, these are gluten-free. So right here, we getting rid of some of the cereals or whatnot, but all this is for Aranda and the kids. Okay, they want to have something on the side, something quick or whatnot, they can come and get this. Get, you know, cereals, noodles and stuff like that. And then of course up here, this is dairy and gluten. This is mainly for like bordering. I will not be eating this stuff, but if Aranda makes something, he wants it or whatnot. But we kept it because I got to do my research and see with stuff like this. Well, I won't have it because of the gluten, but I know it has the dairy in it. Do you cook out a lot of the sugars and stuff in the dairy? I got to see that. But mainly this is vegetables and stuff, which is naturally. These soups, the ones that's not gluten-free, I won't eat those. But until if the kids test come back and say that they are sensitive to gluten, then we'll just take it out then. But yeah, down here we clean this out because my gluten-free cereal, see, these are all gluten-free. Yeah, so it's things that can be, and these are so good. These are so good. So I have those there. I did have them right here, but this is stuff that's be okay for me to eat, sweeteners and stuff like that. So yeah, so we just downsized, not too much. It looked like we're getting rid of a whole lot because we're getting rid of all those pastas and stuff. Even my my chicken broth and stuff is gluten free. This right here, I'm going to eventually move down here because this is not gluten free. But see, I know to look at this stuff and tell what's gluten free and what's not. So yeah, so from now on, when I'm buying stuff for myself, it'll go up here, okay, up here. That way I know everything up here is gluten-free. But when I go and look over here, I know what's gluten-free and what's not. All right, so yeah, so that's a good start. All my sardines and stuff is good. So yeah, that's a good start. And I have I think my apple cider is gluten-free, and I have all my teas and stuff up there. So your girl is, again, I got it organized pretty much. And a lot of these juices and stuff down here will be just fine. So in here in the kitchen, we was looking to get rid of some stuff that is not gluten-free. This right here is gluten-free. So a lot of this stuff is gluten-free. See? Right here. So that way when I'm cooking and stuff, like I say, they know that all the meals going to be gluten-free. So we cleaned out this. I got to reorganize it or whatnot. But everything is gluten-free. So that way I don't mess up and grab something that's not. These right here, like I said, they're going to go to the back. Let me see. These are not gluten-free. But as soon as I find some that is, then these are going to get replaced. Okay? So I'm on the verge of looking for that. So I have to make this stuff, like I have icing and stuff that is gluten-free and cake mix or whatnot. So yeah, that's what we did. We cleared out everything, left some stuff so they can have, and mostly everything we cleared out. I gotta rearrange all this stuff or whatnot, but most of this stuff is gluten-free that I have. So yep. All right, y'all, honey buns, I hope this was motivational. I hope somebody learned something. I hope this may answer some of y'all maybe issues. Look into gluten and stuff. Talk to your doctor, because they say that a lot of people is gluten sensitive and don't even know it. I hope this gives you some motivation. It's definitely a lifestyle change, because I've done this before, but now that medically I know that I have this gluten sensitivity, woo! Yes, I'm ready to get back on the bandwagon, because I feel so much better being off the gluten and the dairy. And my doctor is so supportive of it, you know, so supportive of it. So yeah, y'all.